This is Jackie Helvey, and I'm here with my friend Daniel Wallace. Yay, Daniel.
Hey, Jackie.
It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been a long time.
Too long.
Yeah. We're at the Visitor Center in Chapel Hill, and the Orange County Visitor Center, and you are just for if anybody out there has been living in a cave, you're a writer. You've written a lot of books. Probably your most widely known book is Big Fish, which they turned into a movie. And you've written a lot of books besides that one, which are great. And you also teach at UNC creative writing. Are you the head of that department?
I am of the program. Yeah, I am.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you enjoy doing that?
I do enjoy doing that. I like making decisions. I like helping people out. People come to me for contributions, and I'm able to give them money. So I love that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Are you going to give me some money today?
absolutely. That's
Okay,
why I'm
good.
here. Yeah.
You know, I did bring you a banana.
Thank you for the banana, by the way. It's special. So yeah, I love it, and I mean, I don't think I'll be director forever. We like to turn it over occasionally to other people. So
How long have you been the director?
a long
there?
time. I think I've
Yeah.
almost been the longest serving director. So it's 2021 now, probably for almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, how much did things change for you with the COVID?
Well, in my day-to-day life, not that much, honestly, because I'm sort of an introvert, and I spend most of my time in my office working or reading, and so in that respect, it fell right into my lap.
Right. Now, were you doing things online, classes online at that point?
Well, that's the only thing that really changed, and it was a big change. Is that all my classes, starting last March, it was live. We were live for a while, and then in March we went to Zoom, of course, and then these classes this year have all been on Zoom, and so it's had its good points and its bad points. You know, there are a lot of good things about it. I know people complain a lot about it, but I enjoyed a lot of aspects of it. I liked some of the sharing that you could do online that you couldn't do, or very difficult to do in the classroom.
Right.
I liked the freedom that allowed you to teach a class from anywhere. You know?
Right.
And that, I think that was great. The downside, of course, you're not with the students, and you get to know them so much better. They get to know you so much better, and the class becomes this organic unit. Everybody's working together towards the same end, and it's hard to do that when you're separated on Zoom.
Right. And how many people, I've done a couple of Zoom things just with the thing that I'm on, the thing at Town Hall. How many people can you have in a meeting?
You have a lot, actually. You can have...
How many students do you have? Like if you're doing a class, how many are participating?
So my class this semester, only 13 people.
Oh.
Which is great, because you can have everybody on the screen at one time.
Nice.
If you have, say, 25 people, then you might have a group on one screen and another group on another screen. So you can't see everybody at the same time.
Oh, that kind of sucks, huh?
It kind of really sucks. And then you have department meetings where there are 50 or 55 people, so there are 3 or 4 screens.
How often do you have to do that?
That's once a month.
Well, that's not too bad.
That's not bad. And then I have administrative meetings every Monday. But yeah, the meetings, the department meetings, are the biggest things that I go to.
Do you enjoy those, or are they just a pain?
Well, I don't think that you can use the word enjoy with a departmental meeting.
Right.
But sometimes they're really informative, and it's good to see people that you haven't seen in a long time. It's the only way you usually get to see them. So
Right.
that's nice.
Yeah. I've often thought that I have mixed feelings about the whole pandemic thing, because my life didn't change much. I work from my home too, you know. And I think in some ways, although I'm thrilled that I did have kids at home, those are the people that I really feel sorry for, the parents. At the same time, the kids were forced to spend time with the parents, so I think in a lot of ways it may have been good for our society overall, you know.
No, I hope so. I hope that's the case, and I think the people that I know really valued the time that they got to spend with their children. And also, it wasn't just the young children. There's a family I know who's, I think he's 25 years old. He lived out in Los Angeles, and he came home to visit and just stayed. Because
Right.
there was really no reason to go back to Los Angeles at that time. It was really bad.
Right.
And they got to spend a year with their son, or almost a year, that they never would have had the opportunity to do
Yeah,
had
yeah.
it not been for that. And so they found it really valuable.
Yeah, yeah. One other thing I want to ask you, do you have any new books? Have you used this as an opportunity to write, or what's going on there?
Oh, absolutely. I have a new book that is going to come out in probably a year and a half or so, because it's just finished and
Okay.
just turned in, and it takes a while for that whole machine to heat up with a book.
Right. What's the name of that? Do you have a name for
Yeah,
it?
it's called This Isn't Going to End Well.
So you don't get a banana at the end, I'm
No
assuming.
bananas, let me think. There's not a single banana in the
Oh
book.
man, that's
tough.
just not
It
right.
was hard, yeah.
Now what about you had another book, you had a recent book,
I had a
right?
fairly recent novel called Extraordinary Adventures. Came
Okay.
out a few years, 2 or 3 years ago.
Cool. And the last thing that I want to ask you about is your illustrations. You do a lot of little illustrations. And I'm just curious, do you sell those? Are they available because I'd love to purchase one from you actually. Yeah, they're little, cartoon-like.
Well, sometimes people
Things.
do approach me and want one of my drawings. One person recently wrote and wanted one of them for a T-shirt. And so they took my drawing, a scan of my drawing, which I sent them, and they put it on a T-shirt. And that, was free. I used to make a living drawing before I was a writer.
Well, I know you did the little magnets because
Yeah.
I've got a couple of those, but you don't do that now? You don't sell your artwork
No,
now?
but if there's anything that I do that you see, I'll be happy to give it to you.
Okay, well, I was just wondering. I thought it might, be another source of income.
That would be
You know.
perfect. I would love that. So if you want to give me money, that's also good. Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Yeah, think about it.
But-
Either free or money, and it's up to you which one you want to do.
Okay. But for the general public, you don't sell your work at galleries or anything like that?
No, not at this
No.
time. I would
Okay.
love to, but it's not that great. I just write like
It's great.
I draw like a really talented 7-year-old.
But that's
That's a
what's
talent.
It is. That's what's wonderful about it. Well, anything else you want to talk about? You got any upcoming, nobody has any upcoming events or anything these days,
Not
you know?
really. I don't have anything. I made a really good dinner last night, which, I'm always happy when that happens. And I've been cooking a lot more.
I bet Laura loves that.
She
huh?
loves that.
Yeah.
And I walk 7 miles a day.
Holy cow.
That's my big
Wow.
COVID change in my life, is walking all over the place. And I could have walked here if my timing had been right. I just had other things I had to do. So yeah, I'd love to walk now. I never really did it before, except short walks with my dog.
Yeah, we've started walking again too, just out of necessity. Because we gained so much weight over COVID, Now,
COVID weight.
one more thing. I
Yeah.
keep saying it's the last thing, but you were doing these little videos of like a talking dog. Are you still doing those?
No, she has retired. She was a big reader, and she did reviews of
Okay.
books, a lot of them, but she is 13 years old now.
It was.
Her eyesight is not that good.
I'm
and-
sorry to hear that because they
Yeah.
were so funny.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
and she
those.
really enjoyed doing them as well.
Yeah. Well, it's so great to see you as always. Thank you so much for coming down and meeting with me.
Thanks for doing
And
this.
yeah, and I know your book's going to be a great success, so let me know when it's available so I can get a copy.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
Thanks,
okay.
Jackie.
Thank you.